All right, guys, we're gonna head over to our sculpture studio, and our sculpture studio is number 6, and it covers clay, soft sculpture, and cardboard. And this is the area where you will find the majority of your clay materials. Clay is in this bucket. Make sure that the lid is put back on after you've worked with it. This is the recycle bin. If your clay is really dry or tired, you can recycle it if it's still workable at the end of class, but you haven't made anything that you'd like to save, put it back into the bin. This is our bag of bags that we keep for storing clay in from one class period to the next. There is slip on this counter. We've got rolling pins, the fettling knives, all different kind of tools for you to work with and be successful with the clay materials. And also mats that you can put your clay on, styrofoam trays. I will be doing a tutorial and showing you how to work with the slab roller, or if I have somebody in class is kind of like deemed the slab roller expert, then they can also assist students. I would prefer if when you're working back here in this station that you didn't use these water containers, that we're not working with the puppy dog bowls, but rather we're putting our water in these just kind of like recycled cups that I have in the classroom. Sponges are here as well, and then we're using this sink for cleanup, and you're getting my attention if we ever need to replenish or put more clay into that studio. Very little water is needed. If you're finding that you need to spray water on your project while you're working, it's probably too dry and you may want to think about getting fresh clay. And then our soft sculpture area, I would highly recommend it. And even for with your clay projects, starting with some sort of a template, you're making a mug and you want to, make sure that you've rolled out the correct size slab. The best way to know is if you have created a template or a form that you can work with. And these are essential too if you are working in the soft sculpture area. And don't forget, we have got gobs and gobs of scrap felt. Start there first before you start digging into full sheets, just to be a little stingy and a little economical with the materials. And then I do have full sheets, but you can see now with it, we're getting halfway through the school year. Our supplies do start to dwindle, and we had done a special Little Monsters project that did eat up quite a bit of the felt. And then I also have fabric bins in the back. Now the fabric bins are, the fabric's just been donated to us. So I have what I have. If you need a specific color or fabric and I don't have it, it may be something that you need to bring in from home. And then we have a couple of options here for attaching your project together. You can machine sew, and if you've never machine sewn before, I will gladly sit down and help you. These are our fabric scissors, and they are only for fabric projects. You cannot use these for anything else. You're not using them for cardboard. You're not using them to cut even paper. We're going to try to keep these really sharp because sometimes cutting felt can be frustrating for students. And then our general purpose scissors are down here in our drawing station. Colored threads are back here for you to work with, and these are for hand stitching. And then in the machine we put just the white thread top and bottom for the bobbin, just to kind of help keep my sanity that I'm not changing this thread out all the time. There's needles, ripper, pins in the drawer. I have a nice big clear ruler if you need it. I have a safety mat that can be put out on a table if you have a larger piece of fabric that you would like to cut. I have a rotary cutter, so these kind of go together if that's something that you would like to work with. And that is soft sculpture. And then up front in this bin is the fluff, and that's available for you as well. And then cardboard has also become a very popular material, and for right now cardboard is back here in storage 3, And you can see we have just a collection that kind of grows and then fades, and then I go back and we get some more maybe from the men and women that work in our cafeteria. Hot glue gun station is necessary, and you just want to make sure that you are not cutting into these mats. Somebody did do that. I don't think they did it to be, you know, ugly to the material, but I think they were back here working. So we want these to stay nice. We don't want this to continually happen. So we're not using an X-Acto knife on top of this. If you are doing X-Acto knife, you've got a self-healing mat, plus you have done your test. You've passed your X-Acto knife test. And then as far as storage is concerned for clay, it depends on what class you're in. So top shelf is for red all the way down to purple. And this is where we keep our work in progress. We're not putting it on these shelves. These shelves we keep kind of just for dry work. And then in the back in kiln room number 5, this is where we are putting our cardboard sculptures. If you have one to store, then we get kind of creative and we put things where they need to be so that they are safe and sound for you until next class. And that's it. Sculpture is not easy. Sculpture takes time. I think sometimes kids think they're gonna race right through it, but if you are careful with it, you can do some really nice pieces. And I will also be sharing with you guys, there will be a deadline for when you can continue to work in wet clay, and it's different for every marking period. All right, thanks guys, bye.